55 quid each for me and for mum, just for us to get our boarding pass. I was going to talk about my fitness journey before I was doing HYROX. Hello everyone, happy Monday. We're on week 3 on the road to Malaga and it is Monday the 22nd of January. It is 8:05. As you've seen, I've just had 2 bagels. I just had them because we go train soon. I'm not sure what I'm going to do because yesterday I ran a 5k with Scott. I like to keep myself fresh before I do legs again. I usually would have ran on a Saturday, but because we were in Dublin on Saturday, we ran yesterday. I want to say the elephant in the room actually, forgot to mention, this lovely plant is Scott's brother's and he gave it to us, and we've got another big plant over there. But like, I never have plants in my house, like at my mummy's, and it's just, it makes it really like homely or something. If you are really enjoying these week to week episodes, please subscribe because I would love to see people enjoying these and getting benefit of like what it's like to train for HYROX. I want to give you as much value as well as hopefully some entertainment with knowing what I'm doing. So yeah, it's Monday, gotta get started training back to normal, and I'll just take you along. So I hope you enjoy. Really trying to psych myself up to get out of this car. I haven't trained yet. Need to hurry up, don't I? Everything is just flung everywhere. 2 legs. I was very happy with that. Got to like 82 kg with deadlift, which usually I find a bit of pain, so it wasn't too bad. I keep fucking forgetting the time. My HYROX finisher. I'm the second round. Still around the same as last week. Just so glad I train legs. So if you need a wee tip, this is what I do. When I don't want to go in and do my heavy session or a session I just don't want to go to the gym, I just tell myself, right, you can go to the gym and just do 1 exercise and then go home, because you showed yourself, like you showed up for yourself in the gym. It's the hardest part. So once you're there, you do 1 exercise. Try and do the one that you actually find a bit easier to start with. So for example, like mine's deadlifts, glute drive, and then leg extension. So the least kind of draining exercise for me would be the leg extension. Start with the leg extension. If feel like I want to go home, I can, but then once I'm at the gym, because it's further away from me, I'm like, I've made it all the way here, I'm gonna finish this workout. I'm here, I'm moving my body, just get here. So that's just a bit of a tip. Just say like the first exercise on your plan or something you enjoy, just to get yourself to the gym, because you can easily tell yourself not to go or go tomorrow. Like I really wanted to do upper body and HYROX finisher instead of tomorrow, but I know how I'm going to feel tomorrow, that I'm so glad I did legs today. I'm going to go to Tesco's, but there's an Asda on the way here, so I'm going to go there and just grab a few fresh stuff like fruit and protein bar, because I haven't got that yet. Hello everyone, just thought I'd update you. It is now 5:05. You seen I had my prep meal, the spaghetti bolognese, which didn't fill me too much, obviously because there was no veg in it. And by the time I was eating it, I was actually really hungry. You know yourself, when you're so hungry, it's hard to actually sit with being full, because you're just thinking I need to eat everything else. So I just went and did a bit more work because I knew I was gonna have a fruit bowl at some point. So I was like, I'm gonna have a fruit bowl, I'll be okay. Easier said than done. Just grapes and straws, gorge with a wee protein yogurt. So I'm having this because I have my class at 6:30 that I take, and I won't be getting dinner until like 7:30. Right now, like I'm feeling quite hungry. I think it's also because I'm feeling quite tired today. My legs are banjoed.
Netflix verse fall. Read Hello everyone, how are we all? Happy Tuesday. It is 10 to 9. I wake up and I don't start tidying the environment. I feel like my head doesn't start working. You just get up and just get changed and start work, like you're not gonna be at your highest potential. Then if you just got up, tidied your environment and got yourself ready and then start your morning. So don't ever feel like, you know, if you really like sleeping into the last minute and then getting up, the issue isn't your productivity that day, it's your sleep, because you haven't got to bed early to get enough time to get up early. Even just give yourself 15 minutes to get up earlier, so much better. I felt so fatigued yesterday, like so hungry and just tired, but we got through. I'm gonna actually talk about my own fitness journey, just where I'm up to now, because I actually feel like you don't know what I've done previous to HYROX, and I just want to give you more info. I've been training for like 4 years now, and I've been through my journey as a whole, that you find it useful for you, because if you're stuck in the same cycle with your training, your nutrition, you know, it is a journey. You shouldn't feel like it stops and starts. You try and work through it, do different things. I will go through that probably today, and just gonna do a bit of work, and then I will keep you updated.
Hi Rowa, just arrived at the gym. As you can see, it's in the background, if you can kind of see. I am feeling tired today. Like, just know that your period is going to be due next week, and I've just been feeling so tired, like my legs are wrecked. It's because I've ran on Sunday, trained yesterday, and today I'm just going to train upper, do my HYROX finisher, so it'll be tough today, but I know tomorrow's a rest day. I'll be feeling better soon. I know I'm going to need more sleep this week, but we're all good. We're here at the gym. I could have easily just not done the gym today. I think I would have felt like shit if I didn't go today. So this is where, when times like this, like, don't think you have to go balls to the walls, like trying to get PBs all the time. You just showing up for yourself in the gym is still really good. You could have easily talked out of it. Can't believe also, when I got in the car, I didn't brush my teeth. So I had to go back in and brush my teeth because I completely forgot about it. It's so embarrassing. This is where you know you're cold, when you've got in the gym, when just put the body warmer on. Let's go. Honestly, it's such a mental thing. Like, see what I'm doing the end of the session, where it's like, oh, I have to do like the row machine, I have to do cardio, have to do it. Like, I feel like my body can't do it, but I get through it, and now I'm glad I've done it, and I don't feel as bad. Like, it's mental. I'm so excited for a rest day tomorrow, feeling a bit fudged. Get something to eat and social media, and then I'm gonna look at my presentation. I've just had my lunch, which I forgot to show you. It was one of the prep meals that me and Scott have ordered. It was chicken and mash with stuffing in it. It actually was really nice. It's now coming 4 o'clock. Got my water bottle and my tea, because again, house is freezing. Just want to come on because I said earlier that I was going to talk about my fitness journey before I was doing HYROX. I started in 2019 when I was doing fitness classes with my mum. So I joined Queen's Gym, doing fitness classes, probably like 3 minimum, but at least 4 or 5 times a week. I started tracking food, but I was putting in on MyFitnessPal the calories that I burnt from class, and I was eating that back. So this is why I wasn't in a deficit. I did lose a bit of weight, but it was probably because I was more consistent with going to classes and booking them in. It was like a mix of circuits, mix of weights. I was working at McDonald's. I think I was looking at Coach Mark Carroll. He was doing a lot. I must have just seen him online, because I bought a plan from him, building the Bikini Body 1. And that was like, I think about 70 quid, like for a plan for 12 weeks. Explained about, like, you know, tracking your food a bit better and using your steps. I didn't even have a Fitbit, and weight. So I stopped doing classes because I was like, right, I've got a training plan, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to do it. It was like 5 days a week. And it was like 3 lower and 2 upper. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. I
dropped calories, I think down to like 15, I think I got down to like 1500, starting around, I think I started around like 16 to 1700, but I was very rigid with like calories, that I needed to stick to them calories. And then I got to Christmas and I lost quite a bit of weight. I was quite skinny. Really like how I looked. It was all very tedious. So after Christmas, I brought my calories back up, and I was struggling with that, and I was overeating, feeling guilty about it. You know, couldn't sustain how slim I got. And then I just focused on getting stronger in the gym. So kept with my training, kept building up my weights. I didn't like how skinny I looked. I felt like I had no shape, like I had no bum. I think it helped that with Coach Mark Carroll, he did a couple of building bikini bodies. So like I bought the second one and started that, and it allowed me to think, okay, I wanted to get stronger. I increased my calories a bit more because I was bulking, and it allowed me to still push my training and do well. But then COVID hit, so this was from like Christmas to like just March, where everything closed. I bought like 100 kg worth of plates and a barbell from a gym that was selling it for like £500, which sounds a lot like of money, but at the time, like that was just gold dust, because I needed something to do with training. I was just so scared that I was going to lose all my gains, and you know, I think I was going to put on body fat when, you know, it was me that was making cheesecakes and, you know, just being bored, mindlessly eating and stuff like that. So, but I was glad I still trained, because it meant that I was still able to work on myself while all I was doing is working McDonald's and not going out or anything. So to the point where we were back from lockdown and I was continuing with training. Still hadn't had a coach at this point. I was still just using Coach Mark Carroll's training plans, which were fab. Like I learned so much, and then I decided to do my PTing. I was learning a bit over lockdown, and I was getting a bit like thinking I need to do something with, you know, fitness now. I want to do PTing. I want to learn more for myself, and then maybe I could help people. So I started PTing in May 2021, and then basically I was online coaching as well at that point, but I wasn't working with anyone face to face. So I was then continuing with bodybuilding, and then I met my boyfriend at that year, 2021, convincing me to get a coach. He had a coach before, he was a PT, and it was like, you're going to get so much value from a coach. So I got my first coach, Georgie Fit. Glad to actually learn from him as well as get a coach, because he taught me how to train a bit harder. Got my coach, so I started with her in January 2022, and I had her right up to October time 2022. So we continue with training, and I just managed my calories a bit better at this point. She gave me more, like still tracking. Then I did a bit of a diet before I went to Ibiza. I did lose body fat, but I then decided to do a photo shoot that year. So I did a photo shoot in October. I didn't get as lean as what I wanted, because we always want to be more than what we got. But I did find it like I was still having a bit of a balance, but I was struggling a bit, because anytime I dieted to up to that point, I couldn't sustain it. Even though I had a coach, I didn't even work more on like my behaviors. I just followed what she said to do. So whenever I came out of that photo shoot in 2022, I was really struggling. I was overeating. I was feeling guilty about it. I just couldn't, I was missing all the foods that I couldn't have when I was dieting. And I was just really struggling, because I felt like I was a failure as a PT, that I couldn't even, you know, have a good relationship with food at this point. I reached out to my current coach, Charlie, who was more focused on relationship with food. And the reason I wanted her as well was because she was a bodybuilder herself, and this is like the niche she's in. I just knew that I would enjoy the training that she gave me, because I still loved bodybuilding. I still loved, you know, changing my physique. I was fed up of how I felt. I felt I was in a cycle of overeating and, you know, not sustaining it. And then all of last year, really, I was working on my relationship with food. Like I moved away from tracking completely. Like I was tracking right up to when I had her, from when I've started my fitness journey. Like I always thought, like, you need to track, you need to know exactly what you're having, but it just doesn't teach you quality about food, like your behaviors, like how you think about food. You just know calories in, calories out, and that's you. So it was nice to have a different perspective. As my relationship with food was getting better, I was overeating less, I was understanding myself a bit more. We moved into like a bit of a fat loss before I went to Paris. So it was like summertime. It's always like around that time of year when you want to be like, okay, I want to just feel a bit leaner, a bit more comfortable. And once I was like not so focused on fat loss, like I was still kind of maintaining the behaviors that I was doing, then sustained quite sustain that physique as much as I could. Like I didn't feel like it was difficult, didn't feel like I was questioning myself or struggling with overeating. Like my overeating did stop a lot. I was building up my running at the start of last year because I was doing the relay. So I explained this a bit before, but I got injured quite a lot with running because I was just building up and up and up, and I just didn't manage recovery a bit well. So I was doing the relay alongside still weight training, but I reduced a lot of my weight training to help balance both. So did the relay in April, May time, and then I went to fat loss a bit more with summer. If a coach has never told you that, you know, even if you go into a fat loss phase or you've never dieted before, you're always going to fluctuate no matter what throughout the year. Different seasons of life. And then once at that point, I was thinking I want to do maybe like a HYROX, because I thought, if I can't do a marathon right now, because this was me thinking back months ago, if I can't do a marathon right now because I keep getting injured, like, and I want something to go for, like looking back, if I did it myself, like I'll be doing that whole HYROX workout like all my own, where whenever you do it in doubles with a partner, you split everything, you share the run, you do the full run on your own anyway, but everything else, all the 8 exercises, you are sharing. If you're ever thinking of your first HYROX, I would definitely recommend that. Basically, that's bringing us up to now. So I started my training in December, and when I started filming for this block, which was 2 weeks ago, this is now the 3rd week. This is just, each training block's going to change over 4 weeks. Going to Malaga, and we booked it before Christmas. Very expensive. If you're ever in a position where you feel that you can't change, you're in this cycle, you don't even realize that you're in this cycle, like time will help you. And the more you become aware about yourself and you get through it, you'll look back like the way I do right now and thinking, how did I get through that? Ever sign up with a coach and it's not for them, like they don't get on well with the coach, don't let that throw you off of ever getting a coach again. Still with coaching, that it's not down to the one person that you're meant to stay with for the rest of your life. You shouldn't be with a coach for the rest of your life anyway. It's down to how you get on with that coach. And, you know, not everyone is meant to be for everyone. There's going to be certain people that are going to be for you, and you're going to learn from different people. So if someone you've been with, don't feel it as like a setback if it hasn't worked out, because they've probably got you a bit further than what you could have if you didn't start with them. Even if it didn't work out, you know what you don't want in a coach as well. I love Charlie and I'm going to continue working with her, and I don't feel like I'm going to leave her anytime soon, but I'm always going to learn from a different coach and what their perspective is, what their experience is. And don't be thrown off by the idea that just because what they taught you, you'll never achieve fat loss, you'll never get out of this mindset that you're in. Someone will be out there to help you. It's just you choosing to do that and get that help.
And then Joey.
I am really excited, but at the same time.
Hello everyone, happy Thursday, and hope you're well. I've just had a bit of breakfast and just done a bit of work because I have my group call tonight with my clients. So I'm just giving them a topic. We're going to talk about managing the week and the weekends, and give them some tools that they can use if they're ever stuck during the week. Today is like my full HYROX workout, and it is the hardest workout of the week. And I just know that once I do that workout, like I'm wrecked for the rest of the day. And it's not a bad thing, it's just knowing that I want to have more energy for my work before. I'm just so nervous for this workout later. I spoke to my coach about nutrition a bit more on training days, is to allow myself to eat a bit more, because I'm getting in my own head sometimes when I'm seeing higher calorie foods and thinking, you know, I am doing something that's quite a lot of energy output, and I shouldn't be afraid to eat a bit more. Monday and Tuesday, because I was more tired from training, I did struggle with like the gaps in between my meals. And I think it's because the prep meals that we're getting, they're like 500 calories. They're still quite small. So I'm just going to challenge how this week and next week go, and then me and Scott might order the bigger meals, which will be like 700-800 calories. It's going to be there for you for energy, so I should be afraid to eat on that. And just making sure I still get my fruit and veg in and my protein as much as I can. And them meals are great for that, because I have at least like 50 grams of protein sometimes per meal, which is banging. Go train, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes. You'll obviously be updated.
Just the gym. Always just about to strip my coat off because I just don't really want to carry it in. So nervous for this workout. Just gotta think in like less than an hour it'll be over. But last night's sleep wasn't the best. I don't know why me and Scott just couldn't like sleep well. Like he kept waking up to go for his pees. Does anyone else's partner do this? But whenever, sometimes Scott doesn't do this all the time, but like he's just about to go to sleep, or sometimes he would like, and it just every time I was just about to go to sleep, like he would wake me up again. His fault, he doesn't always do it. So let's get this workout done. So hard. My earphones are so sweaty. You see that? Just makes me think, how am I going to be able to do 8 runs? Like I only did all together, like with the 2 rounds, like 2 over just 2.5k. So like, because it's 2 500-meter runs and then a 300 meters, so that's 2.6 if I do them 2 rounds. Oh my god, I feel amazing right now that I've got it done, because I really didn't want to do it. And I always get through the first round, and by the end I'm absolutely fucked, and I'm like, how am I going to do another round? And then I get through the first couple of exercises and then I'm okay, and then I remember I still have 2 500-meter runs, and I'm like, how am I going to finish this? Like, that's a bit of water I've drank, so I need to drink more water, obviously. Not even that hungry. Like I just feel like so sleepy. Go to Asda, go home, get something to eat. I'm just glad I've got the majority of my work done before, because now I'm just like anyway.
Hello everyone, how are we all? Today is Friday the 26th of January and it is 9:05. Didn't film so much yesterday because I actually just did work and chilled last night. I filmed from my lunch and Scott just chilled, watched a bit of a movie and went to bed. Like that was just it. Like we were both wrecked. He did his hardest, not his hardest workout, but he did a tough run yesterday because he's doing the London Marathon, so he's doing his training. Got up today and did a bit of cleaning because tomorrow I'm going to Manchester for my coach. She's doing an event and I'm doing a talk. Ooh, first presentation. Did a bit of client work there, so I just gave them, so my group challenge girls send me a video of their training like throughout the week, and then every Friday I go through that for them. So basically it's like a screen recorded video of me watching it and giving them the feedback over it, so they can see what I'm talking about and actually see me. I do that regularly for my one-to-one clients because they have me on their own. Where in the group it's less accountability, so I'll do that every week, every Friday. My last HYROX workout of the week. Pack for tomorrow because I'm going to stay at my mum's tonight, because we're going to get up at 5 a.m. and drive to the airport for 5 o'clock. Go to Manchester. So we're going for the day and then we're coming home that night, so it's going to be a really tiring day, but we're all good. So updating the prep meals, the ones I had yesterday. So I had the Korean beef that you've seen, unreal. And then for dinner, which I wish I filmed, it was like a katsu curry. So it was like even battered chicken. It was so nice. Rice, chicken, but there was a bit of veg in it as well. And that was really nice. And I had a wee cream egg as well because I needed that wee extra yesterday. Recovery's not bad. I'm feeling just a wee bit tired. And I know that once I get to the gym, it'll be fine. I've had 2 bagels now with jam, and I'm making sure that I have a good enough carbs before I go, so I don't eat it and then go to the gym. I like to eat a wee bit before, have it digested, then I'll be ready to go. Yesterday, I used to have these before, they were so good. Nature Valley oat and dark chocolate. So it's like a wee bar. There's 2 of them. It's kind of like an oat bar, and I just thought something different. I was in Asda and I couldn't find my Squares bars in Asda that I was in. They're the best. Caramel and chocolate. I have one of them bars before I go. I'll see you when I do my workout.
Oh my god, they look so sweaty. It's so bad, isn't it? It's just getting a bit stressed because my phone was losing storage and I was trying to film my video, so that was actually more stressing me. Like, trying to get everyone paying me for the Belfast relay. I can't get booked and everyone in until I get paid, until they pay me. So I'm just trying to get that all sorted. I'm waiting to hear back from Scott because I don't know if he's going for food with his 2 clients, because sometimes we go for lunch with them. Just waiting to hear back. If not, I will be home probably having my lunch. Bit nervous from a talk. I haven't went over it since Wednesday. Gotta do that today because we've got an early night tonight. So I've got yoga later, which I'll show you, and what I'm doing the rest of the day.
For the gram.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Cinnamon bun. On a croffin. Put it in the microwave.
So mad how dark it is still, and it's only 20 to 6, so I'm going to be going in to do yoga now. I'm being a bit stressed because I was packing, doing some last bit stuff and going through my presentation, and I was just getting worked up and mumbling my words, and I'm just like, I just want this done. Just going to try and relax in yoga as much as I can and go to mum's and then get ready in the morning. Oh, so exciting.
Kira's also one of my one-to-one clients. She has been for a long time. She's going to talk a little bit about her journey and how that's obviously affected then how she coaches her clients. But when we were coming up with what we wanted her to talk about at this event, this is something that stood out to me massively because this is something that she does really, really well. She's taken like holistic coaching and put it into her group practice, so she's going to take the floor and tell you how she does that as a coach.
Which when I work in this industry. So I started and I was going to be working towards a second assistant, which flipped with COVID. I think everyone kind of had a bit of an epiphany of like, I'm going to start something different. So is anyone here in white ties on orange? Aren't stunning? They're honestly unreal. So whenever as the name changed, Empower and Elevated, I couldn't keep Fun the Sun for more than September. So Empower and Elevated was what we changed to because that was something that was what the girls felt like. I asked them how they feel. They felt that they empowered and elevated each other. So
I am finally home. It is now 10 o'clock. All my days. I had
the best day. It was so nice seeing everyone. I felt my talk went very quick. Like I think I went through it too quick, if I'm honest, because I was just so nervous, but glad I did it. It's all going to be a learning experience, which was really nice, and everyone was so friendly. It was really nice having mum there. Like there was journaling, like prompts, there was meditation, just nice to see Charlie, my coach, and we went for a bit of dinner. Like it wasn't that long because me and mum had to fly home. So this is the story. I was so anxious about getting back to the airport because it was going to be a train back, which was actually so fast. And when we left the event, we were maybe 20 minutes from the train. So then we had to sit, get the food, make sure that we were ready to leave so that we could get the train, be at the airport in time. And then here's me walking into the airport. We were there a bit early than what we thought, so it was good. And I was checking us in because I forgot to check us in on the way home, because when I did it last night, we were it won't let you do random allocated seating. So basically, if you want to check in later than 24 hours than you're flying, you'd have to pay for seating. So last night I did this morning check in, and we went to bed. I went to bed like 8 o'clock. So I forgot to do the check-in for coming back because we're flying back the same day, because you know you're never doing that, so you're always having enough time to do your check-in for the next day. Oh my god. So got to the airport, it was 6:05 and our flight was 8:05. As soon as I was checking us in, it said check-in was closed. And honestly, I started freaking out because this has never happened to me before, because I was like, oh my god, so can we not fly home? So I checked on Google and it says you can go into the airport and you can get checked in basically up to 40 minutes before you fly. So I was like, sweet. Got to the airport, and then I went up to the desk. 55 quid each for me and for mum, just for us to get our boarding pass. Like, are Ryanair taking the piss that the fact that I paid 30 quid, like that was more money than me and mum's flights combined today. Honestly, fuming. Like, it was 30 quid to fly this morning and fly tonight, and so it's like 60 quid, £110. Honestly. So I was basically starting to cry because I was so annoyed at like something so small. I could have easily checked us in and got that money back. So mum was I was so glad like mum reacted the way she did. She was so calm. She was just like, look, it is what it is. We paid for it. I think once I like allowed myself to feel annoyed, I started feeling better. So I was just like, is this for real? Like, you know, at the moment I'm skint and I'm having to pay for that. But anyway, so then I had to literally get Coco from me and Scott's house and bring her back to mum's, and Scott wasn't here, so I had to drive me and mum back to here and then pick up Coco and then drop mum and Coco home. So now I'm finally home and I really just want a bagel and jam and go to bed and take this freaking makeup off. I've had this makeup on since 8 o'clock this morning. It was an amazing day, but I've never felt that stressed. Next time if I do that, I'm going to eat a bit more, because I was starting to feel a bit dizzy, and I was like getting through the talk really quick because I was thinking, am I gonna faint here in front of people? I felt like my eyes were like turning in and all. I was so embarrassed, but really proud of today. I know I'm going to look back and be really proud of myself. It's emotional because my period is due next week and things are just heightened up more than normal. With tomorrow, I'm going to see how I feel, if I'm going to go for a run, but if I'm going to just take tomorrow as just a chill day, I'll be happy with that too. See how it goes.